All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Get Financially Fit, a podcast brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. We are here at the Financial Spot, powered by Liberty Bank. And today we are talking about VA loans. So we have Veterans Day coming up soon. And I thought it was important to talk to some experts about the VA loans and some myths and things you may have heard, may have not heard about VA loans. I have with me today Ms. Prax Melanson and Mr. Robert Lay with our mortgage division. So they're going to introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about what they do at Liberty Bank. So Prax.
Hello, thank you for having us. I'm Prax Melanson, AVP with Liberty Bank in the mortgage department. So my specialty is first-time buyers, affordable housing, and of course, we also assist any other person who's interested in purchasing a home.
And Robert.
My name is Robert Lay, Assistant Vice President of Mortgage from Chicago. Glad to be here today at the Financial Spot here at Tulane in New Orleans. My position at the bank, I oversee mortgage sales and the mortgage loan officers and originators in each state.
Awesome. Well, thank y'all for taking time today. I know y'all are busy, mortgage. So tell us a little bit about what a VA loan is exactly.
All right. So VA loans, which was originally known as the GI Bill, originated way back immediately after World War II, and it's designed to assist veterans and their families. We are excited to know that at Liberty Bank we do have those options for anyone who's a veteran, and would like to know a little more about how to qualify for those loans.
And I would also say it's actually the best loan that can be offered to anyone, and the veterans are well deserving of it because it is the most cost-effective loan product that's out there.
So who qualifies for VA? Is it still only for veterans, or is it open to other people?
The requirement is you have to be a veteran.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
So you have to be a veteran.
Veterans only, yes.
What about their family? So
Yes, we had a discussion about that, and spouses do qualify as well. It depends on different circumstances how that would come about. But definitely, if they have questions about how do they get access to the VA benefits if they're a spouse of a veteran, they definitely can reach out to us, and we'll definitely be able to educate them on that.
Okay.
Yes.
So what is the application process for a VA loan?
Well, the application process is not as different as a regular loan. However, because that person is going to be a veteran, this additional documents that we're going to require, so to say, it would be great if the veteran has his or her certificate of eligibility. If not, we will be more than happy to help them and assist them get that certificate. That particular document is very important because it provides us, as well as the veteran, with pretty much the bottom line as to how much they qualify in reference to their benefits. Okay, so having or understanding how to get that certificate is very important at the beginning of the process. Besides that, we will gather pretty much the same thing we will gather on any other applicant, which will be income information, asset information, and the regular name, social security, and things like that. But again, what matters is that veteran is able to, sit with an expert in the process to help them understand what loan in the VA package works best for them, as well as to how to access that certificate of eligibility.
Okay. And so there's different kinds of loans that they could get in the VA?
Yeah, and it's standard, primary purchase 1 to 4 units, as long as it's going to be their primary residence. And then also, being able to refinance. It's a big opportunity for veterans and using the VA loan. A lot of them don't know they can do that. It's actually a streamlined process that we could do here at Liberty Bank. And then lastly, purchasing, call it a completed construction home, right? They can use their benefits for that as well. A lot of veterans don't know that they can do that as well. So
if they build a house and they have that initial financing to build the house, they can flip it into a VA loan once it's done?
Well, I would tell you that is an option, but at Liberty Bank, we know the best way for them is
Yeah.
to have a builder build it, right?
First.
And once it's completed, then we'll provide that financing, and they can use that financing, the VA loan for that
Right.
financing.
Okay.
And just to clarify that, the reason why is because veterans get up to 100% financing. So what we are trying to assist is to reduce that initial down payment. If the buyer was to, or the veterans decide that they want to build, most construction loans will require a huge down payment. So if they have the ability to work with a builder that can build, then at the time of financing, we would be able to provide 100% financing. So that's the reason. That's the best reason.
Yeah. So you mentioned 100% financing. So that means no down payment. What are some other benefits of a VA loan?
All right.
Yes. Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
You good?
Thank you. Absolutely. So besides 100% financing, there's no PMI or no private mortgage insurance. A lot of consumers may say, well, what is that? Well, usually that's the additional insurance that is collected when there is not a 20% down payment or more. So in this case, there's no down payment required because it's a VA loan, and there's no private mortgage insurance to that. There's very flexible underwriting guidelines in reference to credit. So it's not like you have to have perfect credit to purchase a home. We do understand that life happens and circumstances happens. So the VA package is structured to assess that veteran that may have some challenges credit wise. Okay. The other benefit that's there is that there is an upfront funding fee that is charged to insure the loan, and that can be added to your financing or to your loan. Besides that, which is I find that's a lot more attractive, is that your seller can assist you in paying down or paying off any debt or liability that you have that may be keeping you from qualifying for this mortgage. So the seller has the ability to help you pay off some of those debt that can help you get into this home. Another benefit is also the seller can pay all your prepaids. It could pay up to 4% of your prepaids. Prepaids meaning your homeowner's insurance, property taxes, interest. That's your prepaids. And the seller can also pay every other closing cost. What is the other closing cost involved? Title fees, lender fees. So it is a great opportunity. VA loans are one of the best loans that are out there to help someone get into a home. And again, it was built and created keeping in mind for those who served. So the benefits are there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the only other thing I would add is that with that funding fee actually could be waived. Depending on the status of the veteran, if they're disabled or partially disabled, that funding fee could be waived. So that won't be included in the fees.
Man, that's great. So what are some common questions that you guys get about the VA loan or from veterans particularly?
Yeah, I would say, Prax said it earlier, usually when we get a veteran, they're going to ask us about the process, obviously. They're going to ask us about the certificate of eligibility and what they qualify for, what does that look like, how to get it. And that's why we're here as the experts to guide them through not only the process, but also educate them on the VA loan and what all that what entails with that. So, but that's typically what they usually ask. And also, two questions about credit. We get a lot of questions, usually from veterans, about their credit and even their credit history. Are they ready? And so being able to walk them through that, review their credit with them and helping them understand that there is an opportunity for them to qualify for a VA loan, regardless of what they're thinking, because they may not have the highest scores. So.
Another question that is also very common by veterans is whether or not they can use their certificate of eligibility more than once. And the answer to that is yes.
Okay.
A veteran can use that eligibility as long as they have some remaining monies. Let's use the word money, so to say, to keep it simple. So it allows that veteran to be able to purchase a primary residence in different states as long as it's going to be their primary. And as long as they have some remaining monies in their funding, then we could use that as well. So that is a great tool that, most consumers, if you're not a veteran, you're not going to have that.
So that certificate, it tells them like how much they're
Correct.
eligible
Yes.
for, and then if they don't use it all, they can
use it. Yes.
for like a second property.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yep, they're stationed
third.
somewhere else.
Okay.
And that's what's interesting. They can have a primary home here in New Orleans, but also a primary home in Chicago
Right.
if they're stationed
Yeah.
there. So
Correct.
That's great. And so I know some other like government loans, like the RD loan. Is it called RD? Yeah. RD loan, you're limited to the area that you can purchase in. Is that the same with a VA loan?
no.
Is there an area limit or location?
You can purchase in all 50 states and use your VA loan. So
That's great. And Liberty can?
finance it in all 50 states. Absolutely.
So is there any other tips or advice that you would have for veterans considering VA loan?
So, yes, I would say helping them be prepared and get started for the process. First and foremost, them reviewing their credit and making sure the credit is in order. There's no issues there, but also making sure they understand the eligibility, right? And we can help them with that at Liberty Bank because we will pull that COE, the Certificate of Eligibility, to make sure they understand what they qualify for. And then also, too, the rest of the part of the team, is getting your lender in place, which is hopefully it's going to be Liberty Bank, but a realtor as well that's going to help them find their dream home, and then also a real estate attorney that's also going to help them understand the process as well and fees and so on and so forth that's involved in the process. But other than that, it's a simple loan, but the best loan out there for veterans.
Now I'm going to ask a crazy question. Can y'all share like what the credit score, the lowest credit score is?
Yeah.
It wasn't a crazy question. It is a very fair question. Keep it in mind though, we are here to inform and educate consumers. So definitely, I'm going to say the desirable score is at least 600. So it's not bad, 600 is not, it's not too much of a low score, but it's not necessarily the highest score, but it's definitely a workable score, And that's the reason we stated earlier that we do have Liberty Bank as well as VA has very flexible underwriting guidelines.
Yeah, and I also say in some instances that you can go below a 600 score, right? Again, if we can get an approval, we can get you a VA loan. So I would say that credit score is, I would not look at your score and say you don't qualify. You should come to us as the experts and let us help you and determine that once we get a full application in and let you know what you qualify for. That's what I would say.
Yep. And I will say Liberty is great at personalized service. So don't be afraid to tell us what's going on. We're open. We're here to help you figure out whatever you're trying to do, especially for veterans, because we, appreciate your service and we want you to be able to take advantage of all of these great loan products that we offer. So is there any other resources that are available to veterans?
Yeah, we have on our website, we have a calculator. And I think that's important because they go on that website, use that calculator to understand that budget, what their budget is, what they can afford, because it's important not only to understand what you can afford mortgage-wise, but also what are your other expenses that you have to take care of outside of the mortgage payment. So being able to plan accordingly with that tool is very, very helpful. And the other thing I wanted to go back to is, too, with the interest rate, with the credit scores, your credit score is going to determine your rate, but even if your scores are lower, you're still going to get one of the best rates out there as well with the VA loan. I just wanted to make sure that I state that because a lot of time veterans are worried about that as well if they don't have the highest score. So what is my rate going to look like, right? How's it going to affect my payment? But it goes back to, again, the VA loan is the best loan out there, and you will get the best rates out there as well.
Okay, thank you. So how can a veteran get in touch with you guys? What's your website, phone number, contact information? What's the best way to get in contact?
Perfect. Yes. So you could always go to our website and you could select a mortgage or select mortgage, apply for loan. And my email will be pmalonzo@libertybank.net.
And also, I would say the actual website is libertybank.net. So if you have other questions and you want to access our tools and other information, learn about the bank and the great history of the bank, yes, libertybank.net is our website.
All right. Thank y'all so much for providing all of that great information on our VA loan products. Two things I wanted to mention was that we don't have any lender fees on this product, and we also are bilingual. So if you are Spanish speaking, you can come to us. Feel free to come to us and get any information you need, right?
Si usted quiere comprar su casa, puede venir al Banco Liberty y nosotros podemos ayudarlo a comprar la casa de sus sueños.
See what she said. So make sure if you are watching and tuning in, listening, to like, follow, and subscribe so that you can get alerted for the next episode coming out. So I appreciate your time and thank you for joining us in Let's Get Financially Fit, brought to you by Liberty Bank.